From Atlanta, Georgia, you are watching League One volleyball. Madison in town, taking on the top dogs in the league in Atlanta. Atlanta winning 8 straight matches before falling to Houston in the inaugural Love Classic. As we welcome you in to the Gateway Center Arena alongside Salima Rockwell, former national team setter, current Notre Dame head coach. I'm Shelby Coppage. Atlanta, top team taking on the bottom in Madison. Salima, what kind of challenge does Atlanta bring to Madison?
Well, Atlanta brings so many challenges because they do every single thing well. But it's been on the back of this woman right here, Kelsey Cook, the 3-time Olympic medalist, does it all. She handles the ball well, she kills the ball front row and back row, but she is the emotional leader of that team. The other person on this team that is gonna step up in a major way today is Danielle Catino. She has been asked to take on a huge role in the absence of Tessa Grubbs and has done it well. For Madison, it's gonna come down to Lauren Carlini, the silver Olympic medalist setter. Runs the offense like nobody can, and she's gonna have to lead this team, move the ball around, and get her players one-on-one. Claire Chaussee, one of the best outside heaters in the league. It's gonna come down to her passing and her power at the net. They need to improve their ball control, and Claire Chaussee is one of the players that can help get them there.
Claire Chaussee is a name you'll hear a lot, along with Sarah Franklin. Salima, take us through our scouting report presented by Adidas.
We talked a little bit about the passing already, but that's been the Achilles heel of Madison. If they pass well, they're in system and they are so good. They have to upgrade their passing. And of course, it's all about the serving. Atlanta being the top serving team, Madison has to step up their serving to keep them off the net.
Atlanta head coach Paulo Coco today said, I need my players to be aggressive but purposeful. He wants to see minimum errors tonight against Madison. Again, Atlanta, only team in the league to have won 8 straight matches. An absolute force, especially when playing here at home. Only lost 1 home match, which was against Salt Lake in the inaugural match of the season. It's Rachel Fairbanks at the service line. Big block already by Cook. Fairbanks looking for her middle and finding Magna. We'll take a look at tonight's lineups for Madison. Again, you talked about how important the passing is going to be. Interested to see how much Atlanta picks on Sarah Franklin. Slowed down by the net from Fairbanks, tipped over. Out of system, but Cook able to keep it in play. Fairbanks tries to get the dig, but shanks it off. Now taking a look at Atlanta. Tia Jimerson's been going through a lot lately. Atlanta doing a much better job at running their offense through the middle. Again, Catino, a name you'll hear a lot tonight. And that's one of your keys, is that service from Madison.
From Madison, it's going to be crucial, and there's going to be a balance, right? How tough they are going to serve, how much they're going to miss, because they have to get Atlanta off the net, being one of the best passing teams in the league.
Looking for hands. It's Giannis gone, but it's called out. It's Kelsey Cook's ball. And again, Matt Verbringer said he really wants his team to focus on not letting Atlanta go on those runs.
Well, and it's hard when you make some unforced errors, you know, not into the block, not off the hands, but like just hitting the ball completely out of bounds. That's a problem. And this is why Atlanta is the best serving team in the league. Serving tough. Madison's going to have to figure that out.
Kelsey Cook's rotation Madison wants to get out of. She is currently tied with Micah Hancock, who we know has a pretty strong serve when it comes to aces.
And there's Catino completely surrounding the ball. She not only attacks the ball well, she's a huge block on the right side.
Running through the middle, easy up for Pannoy. Catino again, big swing.
And the problem with having so many good attackers, it's hard to decide, especially when you're a middle blocker and they're passing well. Where do I go? Where do I cheat in these rotations? We're going to see if Madison can make some adjustments.
Good pass from Madison. A big back row swing, and Drew Schumacher able to get that touch.
It's good to see Schumacher out there. She's been working her way back in. Had a little bit of a shoulder issue going on for some time. Wasn't quite 100%, and Coach Furberger said, we're going to need her tonight.
Big up. Roll shot from Franklin. Cook keeps it alive. Madison has to use this free ball. You do not want to hit it to Pannoy. Carlini finding the back row. Quick set. Mackenzie Adams makes the most of it.
When you said it during the rally, opportunity, free ball opportunity for Madison, and they passed the ball off the net. Wasn't perfect. That's a missed opportunity. Those are the little things that they need to clean up and be really, really clean with in this match to be able to beat Atlanta.
As a coach, how do you handle that when your team gets a free ball and doesn't put it away?
Well, you know, you talk about it and you just remind them of how the importance of every single touch, especially the easy plays. That's where it all starts. That's where the rhythm starts. That's where the vibe starts. And if you can't take care of the little plays, the hard plays get that much harder.
Madison starting to find their rhythm. Again, it's Sarah Franklin. Taylor Sanbothi at the service line. Again, don't want to serve Pannoy. She'll get your team in a system fast.
Really fast. And sometimes they want to serve that half, see if they can keep the setter from setting behind, because occasionally that happens. But I don't think that's the case with Fairbanks. If you serve the right half of the court and she needs to set Catino, she's still going to set her.
Now Catino, watch out for her back row attacks. Quick hit from Anna Hall.
I love that run through the middle. Again, passing the ball well, that's what they're going to need to do. Create some havoc at the net for Atlanta.
Lauren Carlini now back row, not able to do that setter dump she loves. Taking on Mackenzie Adams, but she's fine with it. Transition leading to kill.
And it's fun from this angle, seeing what she's seeing, right? You could see the block develop. You could see where she had that angle available, and she just takes it, has such great vision.
Topspin from Adams. Tight pass. What a cut shot from Sarah Franklin.
That was nice. Just snapped it down. Don't have to hit it hard, but a really, really smart shot just inside the block. Watch her snap high, not even a full swing, but got it where they weren't.
Not a rookie-looking shot from Franklin. Tia Jimerson on the slide, able to go off the hands of Madison.
So Anna Hall lost her glasses for a second, trying to put them back on her face.
Tia Jimerson, this middle back row for this rotation. Atlanta slowing the ball down, not able to recover.
Well, and they're doing the job at the net, getting the touches on the block. Cook was deeper into that angle. Even though it was a high touch, it was hard to get underneath it. So a really nice slow down of the ball.
Deep float from Hall, perfect pass. Catino getting that deep tip and scoring.
Well, she just flies and has such a huge window, so even if that set is a little bit high, which it was, she's still hanging like Jordan, hanging, and tips it down at such a severe angle from the back row.
Not the worst person to be compared to.
No.
Off pass, big swing from Drew Schumacher. Pannoy with the set. Madison staying in system. Catino, it's all power.
Just unloading already. We'll see how much they rely on her. We talked about Tessa Grubbs, who was one of their opposites, coming out, but Catino taking over.
Atlanta off to a quick run at 12-6. Matt Farbringer said we cannot let this happen. Stay tuned. There's plenty more volleyball to come. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by the Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th in Louisville. Tickets are on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. Salima, today, Madison head coach Matt Farbringer said that we get runs on us a lot, and it's not just in the red zone. It's really any point during the match, and we're kind of already seeing that. What's happening with those runs?
Yeah, they talk about the red zone a lot because that's when it's most important, but the runs right now are the ball control, taking care of the little things, the passing that they really wanted to shore up. They have to get the middles involved. Right now you see them way off the net, setting the outsides, and a lot of balls are being slowed down, and they have to pick up their serving, so Atlanta's off the net. So it's a combination of things. It always serve pass, that's the old cliche, but it really is coming down to that right now.
And I loved talking today. It was like you're talking to a player.
Yes.
Just his mind, his insight he has in the match. It's like he could put himself physically in their shoes, and I'm sure as a coach, you know how important that is as well. Now we'll get a look at Atlanta's head coach, legend Paulo Coco, who Kelsey Cook said she absolutely fangirled when she found out Coco got the job. And now at this point in huddles, he looks to her and says, what are you seeing right now?
It's incredible, the relationship that that team has with their coach. They have so much respect for him, and it's the standard in the gym. I was talking with Tessa Grubbs earlier today, and she said he just expects a very high standard, but he loves us. He loves us as people, and you know that about him. It's so fun to play for him.
Tessa Grubbs out this match due to an ankle injury. We'll talk more about that later. Great look at Paulo Coco. He was actually serving at his team. He was standing on the box, but he was getting those swings in.
That's right. Yes, he was.
Schumacher serve right to Adams. Kelsey Cook getting the touch. Kelsey Cook trying to pick on Franklin, able to run the slide from Madison. Awkward over the shoulder to Coutinho, but she makes production happen. It's over. What a play from Madison. All defense. Big read from Negretti. Hard off speed from Adams. Quick set to Adams from Fairbanks.
How about that hustle on the side of Drew Schumacher, chasing this down, getting a hand on it, but I couldn't believe they got it over the net. I was actually shocked.
I thought the play was absolutely down. These are my favorite kind of ones. Sports Center top 10. Those are what you see in volleyball. Some subs on the Madison side. Annie Drew Schumacher going to the bench. Kelsey Cook, one of the best servers in the league, still at the service line. Deep float. Big up from Madison. Not able, though, to keep it on that side. You talked about for Madison, they make big plays. It's about executing the whole thing.
And that's the thing. There's so much pressure coming at them from the Atlanta side. The block, the attacking, right? Keeps them scrambling. if they can control these balls, keep them on your side of the net, that's when they can make something happen.
And for Atlanta, this team is so good at blocking outside. So if you're Madison, how do you try and get around that huge block for the outsides?
You know, Coach Furbringer was talking to us earlier a little bit about what are they going to do. They need to move their outside hitters around, run something a little bit faster to the pin, then bring it inside the court a little bit more, because you have to move the left sides around in order to give them some room to score.
And Tessa Grubbs, we mentioned, is going to be out. She was out for a few matches, rolled her ankle during serve and pass, and you got a chance to talk with her today.
Yeah, she said it was such a bummer. It was such the tough timing because she was really getting in a groove offensively. But since it happened, she said, okay, what can I do? How can I help this team? You're going to see her talking to the hitters, talking to the blockers, helping them out in any way possible. While it's a challenge for her being on the sideline, she's like, I want to do whatever I can to help this team win.
All-American, played at Tennessee. Grubbs still sits as the 6th most points in Love. So even with a few off matches, she's still in the top 10. On pass from Franklin. Fairbanks with the pancake. High ball. This is where Furbringer wants his team to execute. Big digs on both sides. Thomas Alara stuffed down.
Again, when they're out of system, it's tough. You have a huge block in front of you right now in both the middle and the right side on the left, so they're going to have to handle the ball a little bit better, see if they can get the middles involved a little quicker.
Quick adjustment from Temi Thomas Alara.
Well, it was a little bit faster set, right? In system, got the ball going a little bit faster. You asked me earlier, what can they do? They have to change the speeds, have to change where they're attacking the ball. Really, really nice shot inside the block.
You're a formal national team setter. You're a pretty good person to ask with setting. How do you decide when to adjust with your outsides?
Well, it's going to be based on a lot of different things. The block, the pass, and the tempo, the feel of your outside hitter. A lot of times you just feel them coming. Maybe they talk about it, but you just have to find them, find that rhythm with them. So when you have it, when it's on, you let them know and you just make it happen.
Matt Furbringer talked about the importance of the setter completely taking over in volleyball. So you see that big up from Adams. Franklin trying to set into the block. Recycled. Katina going from that corner, but it's long. Taylor Sambothi, 3rd in Love when it comes to aces. You don't see that often from middle blocker. And now the ball.
Sorry, that's the second time she hit Anna Hall in the face and the glasses came off. She's okay every time.
I think she's too good for this to be an accident at this point. I'm just kidding, but Hall has some pretty safety glasses.
She wears them in the front row. It takes them off when she goes and serves, but now she's got to make some adjustment here. I'll take them off.
All right, Anna Hall will continue without the glasses. Maddie Bug, All-American first team at Stanford. Oh, and Hall getting a kill and on Piyanut Pannoy of all people, okay? Who needs those glasses?
I mean, she may have, but she still found the floor.
Less pressure when you can't see the ball. And you can't see Piyanut Pannoy right in front of you.
How good is your setter? Just getting it right in your hand.
Exactly. I'm sure she would love to thank Lauren Carlini now at the service line. Adams, perfect pass. Franklin, excuse me, Drew Schumacher throwing it down, big rip. Free ball, Furbringer says we have to execute this. And they do.
And that was a mistake by Pannoy. You saw her saying, my bad, after that ball she tried to set was way off the net. But Madison has to take advantage of these opportunities. When Atlanta slips up, when they make an error, they have to grab those opportunities.
Textbook play. Adams continues to be picked on and serve receive, but seems to be handling it.
Handling it well. Jimerson has been so good. You talked about her before, just fast off the floor, been so good offensively for Atlanta over this last few game stretch.
Tia Jimerson grew up playing for A5 in Georgia, one of the Love clubs. Out to Franklin, big swing, and she gets the hands on Jimerson.
Franklin has the ability to do that. She can hit high hands. She's physical. There are times I've seen her just go clean over top of the block. See how much they can get her involved to get some more offense going.
Sarah Franklin, 4th in kills for Love currently. One of Love's 6. Missed serve by Sarah Franklin. That's when you might see those rookie mistakes here and there.
Yeah, and pressure from the service line. I need to serve this ball tough. I know how good they are passing, and then drives it into the net.
What a play from Anna Hall, making that timing work for her.
Well, Carlene way off the net. That's what makes her so good. Look how far this ball is off. She turns, flings it in there, still finds the gap for her middle hitter.
Carlene has the confidence to literally look.
Yes.
Not even at the ball. She looks, reads where her hitters are, and then goes back to the ball.
It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Anna Hall going off the court. Breather from the glasses. Again, Atlanta already reaching that red zone mark where Madison's really been trying to slow teams down. Not trying to be perfect, but just break up those runs. Rachel Fairbanks at the service line trying to build a run for her own. Atlanta all out of system, free ball for Madison. Another pancake for Rachel Fairbanks. Hang time for Magda.
So good at the net, but obviously Madison's trying to tip on them. Get them off the net, get them out of the system a little bit. What's been working, they're not getting good swings at it, keeping the ball alive, but just sending it over on a free ball. This is the one you got to blast, go high hands, see if you can find the floor.
I just love picking your brain. The best of both worlds, former player, current coach. If you're Matt Furbringer and you like what you're seeing right now, but when it comes to this deficit, what are you telling your team to fix or work on?
Well, you've got to continue to go with strategy. You know, you're not going to fire them up. Hey, we got to play harder. They're playing hard, right? They're doing all these things well. So you have to be very specific. Hey, this is what's working right now. This is what's scoring or getting them off the net. When we transition back, this is where the ball needs to go. I mean, those are the things that gives them a plan, keeps them looking forward, and not going, okay, wow, we're down by this many points.
And just 6 weeks ago, Madison sat first in Love in points, kills, aces, digs, and assists, but they were last in kill percentage and efficiency. So really good spurts when it comes to those logistics. He really wants those little things tweaked.
And the little things are everything, right? And that's why you see these runs. You said, you know, it's 11-11, and all of a sudden you look up and it's 11-17, and that's exactly what we're seeing. They've got to be able to slow those runs down.
Adam has been served at all night. She's used to it. Catino finding that perfect spot on the floor.
Well, and again, it's a perfect pass. So the middle has to hold for just a little bit. Catino has some room to attack. Here's that perfect pass. Zambothi has to shuffle on over and can't close in time.
Big up from Kelsey Cook. Returned by Meddev. Oh, what a play. All hustle from Cook. She's everywhere. Oh, that's not what Matt Furbringer is going to accept right there.
No, and that's another situation where a free ball comes over. Easy play on the side of Atlanta, right? Got them all out of sorts. Exactly what you wanted to do. And a little bit of miscommunication here. And who's playing this ball?
That's not Lauren Carlini's ball.
No,
No, not at all.
No.
She's looking at her team, trying to say who's going to get that ball for me. And that's the way you come back from that error. Jennifer Yaniskan, 10 club titles, has played professionally for 15 years. She has that experience, bringing from Germany. And just like that, Atlanta takes that first set. Again, top team in the league. Atlanta has won 8 straight matches before falling to Houston in the Love Classic. Madison trying to find a way to split up those runs from Atlanta and also put away those free balls. Matt Furbringer will definitely have a message for his team as we head to the second set. Dominant first set from Atlanta, taking down Madison. Danielle Coutinho leading her team with 7 kills.
And it's exactly what we expected to see and thought Madison would have to focus on slowing down. Coutinho, this is the problem. They can set her from anywhere on the court, left side, right side, and out of the back row. And of course, during the break, there's Tessa Grubbs talking to Danielle Coutinho, giving her some tips. Hey, where can you put the ball? Where can you throw the ball? Like, that's what she wanted to do. She's having so much fun leading her and helping her, guiding her in what she's seeing from the bench.
Grubbs, one of the best attackers on Atlanta. 6 in love still when it comes to points. Great eye for Coutinho to talk to when it comes to those timeouts or in between sets, and you can tell how badly Grubbs wants to be back out. We hope it'll be very soon.
Yes.
Something else to watch for is it looks like Madison is continuing to try to serve Mackenzie Adams. She was really struggling beginning of the season when it comes to serve receive, but to be passing by Piyanut Pannoy, one of the best liberos in the world, how much do you think that helps Adams?
It helps so much because you feel comfortable. You can bail when you need to. You can scoot to the sideline. And I think that's a really, really important point that you made there, passing next to one of the best liberos. And they've changed the rotation. Madison is starting now in rotation 1 with Carlini serving. They start in row 3. Let's see if a different matchup helps them a little bit.
Lauren Carlini beginning the second set. Coutinho, again, the player to watch, making a statement early in the second. Bottom of the net from Magda. Something Madison's going to want to take advantage of. Sarah Franklin at the service line. Right to Adams, tight pass. And Jimerson hangs with it.
What a set by Fairbanks, getting up high. One-handed set. Jimerson doesn't slow down her approach. That's a really good example of why you should keep going and not guess what's going to happen. Jimerson very good at always being up and available.
Overpass. Straight down from Adams. Franklin not able to keep that ball on her side. Coutinho, back row at the service line. Hard serve, but Franklin keeps it alive, and it's a free ball to Atlanta. Mackenzie Adams, what a shot. It looked like she was going cut, but she was facing forward.
Kept going straight ahead. Again, when the block shows up a little bit late, it loses so much height. Anna Stevenson-Hall, super, super physical blocker. When she's late, Adams can hit right over the top of the middle into the corner.
Deep float. Franklin again with the emergency second touch. Recycled from Yaniskan. Off the net. Tries to go line. Adams a little too far to the right back.
I love that idea. Looking for the chop. It was a little bit off the net. But you understand your assignment as an outside hitter. That's your job to clean that stuff up.
Anna Hall, two-time All-American from Louisville. Off-speed tip. Madison gets it up. Perfect dig from Pannoy. Coutinho, just long.
They'll continue to feed Coutinho in that way, trying to get her going. She's saying right now that's a great ball, talking to Fairbanks.
Anna Hall building a run of her own for Madison, trying to hold on to that ball at the service line as long as she can. Tight pass from Adams. What a shot from Annie Drew Schumacher.
Oh my goodness. You know, she's so far inside, you think there's no way this angle actually still even exists. She comes barreling in and crushes it right on the sideline.
I really thought she was gonna tip that one.
Yeah.
Short set to Coutinho. Drew Schumacher still moving it around the block. Back to Drew Schumacher, using the hands in her favor.
I like what they're doing, setting Drew Schumacher a little bit more, at least that side of the court, right? That's where the left sides have been having some trouble scoring, and you've got your Olympian on the opposite, has been putting the ball away, see if she can run some points for the team.
Deep flow from Anna Hall. Little too long, it's gonna be Atlanta's ball. Now Mackenzie Adams in the back. Madison knows she's not afraid of those back row attacks either. Madison definitely taking a breath of relief with Adams hitting that topspin right into the net. Now Annie Drew Schumacher back at the service line. Watch out for those balls to be set to her in the back. Tia Jimerson all over the front protecting her ball. Tia Jimerson played pro in Hungary, Portugal, and Germany. She is not afraid of those battles at the net. Pick up from Coutinho. Back set from Adams. Carlini with the block on Cook. Cook adjusts, goes around right to Medev. And it's Magda along with Fairbanks.
Good work on the side of Madison, putting the players in the right position to dig the cross-court ball. Just can't get past the block still on the left side.
And Beatriz Correa punishing the block of Atlanta.
Yeah, adds a little bit of different dynamic in the middle. She's fast, she's experienced, she knows where to put the ball, throws it around, she'll score them some points.
Rachel Fairbanks calling her own number.
Such a smart play at the right time, not expecting it. It's kind of a low flat pass. And she knows she could feel the block right next to her that no one was available.
How offensive were you as a setter?
Very.
Ooh, I
Yes.
see it. Very, not even a hesitation. Carlini able to save that off pass, but it's a free ball for Atlanta. And Cook takes full advantage down the line.
It's that speed of the set on those free balls. Looks like it may have been an out. May have been called out. Maybe not.
It looks like that will be Madison's point. It's definitely close down the line.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a challenge, so moving on.
That's going to be Mariana Hayden's ball. Cook getting ready for the pass from Hayden. Hayden was one of the players that was so happy to have a team here in the States, and she said that she knew she was ready to play at home when she missed her grandfather's funeral being overseas. And she said, being here in the States, playing in front of my family, my friends, being with former teammates has made the biggest difference in her life. A little confusion. Matt Furbringer going to the scorer's table.
I think that ball was hit out, and then they rotated and subbed. So maybe there's some confusion with the subbing right now and who's the next server.
Moments like this is where you can see that momentum start to die for teams.
And watching Hayden in practice today, she was ripping some serves. We'll see if she can get one off. It's been a while. It's hard to be waiting at the service line, just keep him warm, just as I thought she might, but you know, to come back in and then serve a tough ball, that's a tall order, but she's a very, very good server.
Hayden played at UNLV, went on to play professionally in Greece and France, where she's been named best server in Greek A1. And again, that's where you might see that long time in between points affect the server.
Well, it's difficult. You see that happen a lot after timeouts. You see that happen a lot after, you know, a challenge. So that was a tough situation to be in.
Kelsey Cook back at the service line, a rotation Madison wants to get out of as soon as possible. One of the best servers in the league. Three option pass though, straight down from Sarah Franklin. What a cut.
That's where you see a little bit of movement for the outside hitters for Madison. Watch this ball set just a little bit inside. That was an intentional plan on the side of Matt Furbringer. He said, we need to move the block around so we can hit around that huge block of Atlanta.
And I like how Matt Furbringer told you that he told Carlini, just start pulling them in. Just tell them, okay, we're changing it. This is where I'm going to set you now.
And that's what she does well. I mean, that's who she is. She has the ability to do it. Now, he came up with, hey, let's do a few things, and now you take the reins and you run with it.
Carlini, who helped lead the U.S. claim silver at the Olympics, but Adams making a case for herself to be one of the best players on the court tonight.
For Schumacher right here in front of. There you go.
Annie Drew Schumacher proving to not be scared of Atlanta's block.
When she's been really effective over these last couple of rotations, setting her a few out of the back row, a couple out of the front row. Again, talking about how they need more offense from the middle and right to neutralize what's been going on out on the left side of the court.
Sarah Franklin able to take advantage of that out-of-system play from Atlanta.
That's a nice run. Yaniska comes in, picks up the tip. Everyone knows it's either going to the Vic or to the right side of the court. That was a nice play by Madison.
Big up from Carlini, number 4 in digs in love. And it's perfect placement from Jennifer Yaniskan. Madison taking the lead in the second set. Big difference from that 14-21 red zone play from Atlanta in that first set. Matt Bergerbrink's team fully turning it around here in the second set. Madison middle, Taylor Santana had a warm welcome in her recent matches.
So fun that these players get to play at home and in front of family. That's such a huge deal for Taylor Santana. Being in front of her family, this is such a rare thing for the players from the United States playing professional volleyball. Being at home, having everyone that you love, not just supporting you from afar, reaching out to you via text across overseas. Now they're right in your backyard. It's such a special moment for her last weekend to be able to play in front of all of her friends and family.
Oh, and you love those signs. Taylor Santana ranks 5th in the Ohio State program for career kills, holds the record for total blocks with 564. Was just inducted to the Ohio State Athletic Hall of Fame last season. It's been a good year and a half for Taylor Santana.
Pretty good, I would say so. Yep. And Taylor Santana, one of the most fun players to watch. Her energy, her fire, how she attacks the ball. I mean, she has so much passion for the game. And we talked to her a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying how important it is to be at home, just like what we saw in the video, like how incredible it is to play in the United States.
And after playing for 6 different countries, you can see why her family takes advantage of her being in the States. Jimerson blocked down, but saved from Kelsey Cook. Back row attack from Franklin, more like a tip, right to the middle. Carlini, little late reaction.
Frustrated at herself, one of the best right back attackers, or defenders in the world, without question. But Mackenzie Adams caught her right down the line.
Yeah, if you go on the Love stat link, you'll see that Lauren Carlini is 3rd in digs as a setter. So you gotta, am I reading that right? Yes, you are. One of the best right backs in the world. What a swing from Annie Drew Schumacher.
Madison has been changing a little bit of what they're doing. They're tip, tip, big swing, right? Get Atlanta off the net, not allow them to come back full force, get them a little bit disjointed, then coming back when they have those opportunities. Now they're taking advantage of those.
Adams with the beach pass. Showing off the men's volleyball skills as well when it comes to serve receive. And Atlanta taking it back.
Huge block by Adams with no real reaction. She's just doing her job. I'll drop it in this angle, block the Olympian, and move on.
Tied 13-13. Not much of a lead in the second set from anyone. What a set from Carlini. Fairbanks back to Adams. Again, another dig for the Olympian setter, Carlini. Drew Schumacher finding open real estate.
Staying patient, that's what they have to do. I mean, you see Furbringer on the sideline, he's like, hey, clapping it up. That's it, you guys. Just stay with it, stay with the plays, and when you have an opportunity to swing, take it.
8 kills for manager Schumacher so far. What a float serve. Hook off the hands. Pannoy keeping it up with Carlini's dump. Beatrice Correa going into the sideline.
Good pickup, started off by Pannoy, keeping it alive. And here's that hustle by the middle blocker.
Opposing middle, Tia Jimerson with the serve. That connection with Carlini and Beatrice Correa, it looks like they've been playing together for years.
So simple, she's consistent. She goes the same speed all the time. It's not this huge, high, overwhelming thunder, but it's always efficient. That's what makes her so good.
Fairbanks to Coutinho right in the net. This is where Madison has to really take advantage of those rare errors from Atlanta, which Paulo Coco said, I want to see minimum of tonight.
And this is Madison's doing all of this to Atlanta right now. They're getting a little bit out of sorts, serving them tougher, again, tipping on them, and they're not as in rhythm as they've been in the first set.
Matt Furbringer letting his players talk it out. I really like the clear guidance that he gives his team, but it's also nice to see when the pros figure it out themselves.
Well, they have to. You know, they're the ones that are out there, and now that it's working, they can tweak it. They can make it different. They can enhance it, but they know right now this is an opportunity to put the foot on the gas and keep doing what they're doing. They don't have to play outside of themselves and try to do anything different right now.
Madison looks much more physically relaxed.
Yes, they are. They're calmer, they're in a better position, but they know at any moment Atlanta can turn this on.
Giannis Gunn at the service line. Fairbanks calling her own number, so aggressive.
When she disguises it well, watch both hands go up, pass is coming, thinks she's gonna set. That's the key to an effective setter attack. Both hands up and then throw it down with your left hand.
Fairbanks now at the service line, most decorated setter in pit history, 3-time All-American. Just too wide for Drew Schumacher.
That was the right idea. It was a good pass. They had an open lane there. Schumacher was trying to avoid the block and missed it wide.
You're starting to see more errors for Atlanta, and they're not bad errors. They're just a little bit wide, but how does Paulo Coco's team start to clean that up?
Right, they have to think about where they're attacking the ball. Right now, it looks like they're avoiding the block a little bit, and I'm not sure if they necessarily need to. They can hit off the hands, they can chop it. The block's not super, super physical where you've got to really go those extreme angles.
What a pass from Pannoy. Coutinho saying, thank you for this pass. I will put it back down in your face. strong serve from Hayden after she missed her serve with that point, but took a long time to get back in the rhythm. Good look at Coutinho. Game face on. Cook with the serve. What a pancake from Piyanut Pannoy. And it's out. Adams trying to find that cut, a little too far.
How about this pickup? Pannoy super deep down the line. Beautiful pickup. I'm as impressed with the set by Coutinho as I am with the pancake. They work on that all the time.
Paulo Coco is challenging that ball that Adams hit. And we have an easy answer right on the line. Cameras on all angles, making those challenges extremely fast. You see at the professional level how fast the challenges can be. It takes a little longer with the college level, as you know, Salima. We'll get there.
We shall one day. Pretty clear ball in.
It's a fast challenge from Paulo Coco. And if you watch Paulo Coco, he moves so much with his team up and down. So he's literally yelling at them in or out. He has a great vision for that ball. As he talks to Kelsey Cook, who said that she absolutely fangirled when she heard Coco would be coming to Atlanta.
Well, and it's easy when you're up. I do this myself. It's funny because I mean I can't help it. But then you can talk. You can talk to people. He's talking to his setter right now, giving her some tips. And this is what you need to do. And how fortunate is Rachel Fairbanks to have Paulo Coco as our coach right now, coming right out of college.
Straight from Dan Fisher to Paulo Coco. Doesn't get much better than that. Lauren Carlini with the quick reaction, breaking momentum for Atlanta. Now, back row setter, again, one of the best right back defensive players in the world. Best setter, you could argue, in the world, at the service line. Adams handling these serves all night. Textbook play for Atlanta.
Man, Adams, I'm going to look at her passing numbers as soon as I get a moment. She is passing dimes right now. Like everything looks easy for her. She's gotten so much better over the course of the season.
Usually you saw Adams start to struggle in the second set. In the beginning she could handle it, then it started to really wear on her. And similar to Logan Eggleston for Austin, she said, I really need to work on my passing. That's my ticket to the Olympics. And they've both completely stepped up their passing game. Why is that so important when you have a stud outside? Why do teams pick on them so much at the service line?
Well, it just makes you work. It gives you so much to think about. So different areas to move on the court. Even if you're a good passer, it's a lot of energy, that you expend just passing over mental energy over and over again. So it could be sometimes they're not the best passer, but then a lot of times it's just, hey, let's just put a lot of pressure on her.
Slowing the match down again. Madison players doing some butt kicks to keep those legs warm. Moments like this you don't want to waste when it comes to momentum, especially when Madison has fought this hard to stop Atlanta from getting in the red zone first again.
See them warming up. We'll watch Annie Drew Schumacher run around the back of the court, see if she can get set. Goes to the middle.
We've been saying her name all night. Annie Drew Schumacher does not have a worry in the world right now.
Well, they've really done a nice job of mixing things up. I think you can't just bang the ball back and forth with Atlanta. I think that's what they saw in the first set. Can't just be swing for swing. You gotta mix it up.
Float again to Adams and Franklin. Franklin been getting some big ups in the middle back tonight. Coverage not there for Jennifer Yaniskan.
And Yaniskan maybe needs to move this ball around a little bit. Here's the dig out of the back row. A huge play by Franklin. But this has been blocked several times. It's hard to clear that block. You see her going up as high as she can. But Jimerson and Coutinho, are you kidding me? That is tough to get over.
Maddie Buggin at the service line, in for Fairbanks. Paulo Coco changing it up with the setters. Anna Hall not able to get that ball in play.
That's a rare little bit of miscommunication, connection between Carlini and Hall.
Before the timeout, we saw Annie Cruz Schumacher having her hands in the huddle around the players, clearly trying to calm them down.
Well, she's one of the veterans on the team with all the experience and has been in pressure moments, has been in these kind of situations. So they're gonna need her to lean on her in these moments.
Drew Schumacher's extensive career includes 9 years as a pro, won Best Server, Best Opposite, and MVP awards at Japan's SB League. U.S. National Team in 2017, won USA Volleyball Female Indoor Player of the Year in 2019, helped the squad to the Olympic gold at Tokyo 2020, and this year in Paris with the silver. So does not get much better than her.
I'd listen to her.
I'd listen to her, and she, like we said, her body language, she just doesn't look worried. She's not putting the pressure on her own shoulders, and clearly the team is feeding through her with energy right now. Madison 1 point away from joining Atlanta in the red zone. Claire Chaussee, new face in the match we're seeing right now. Let's see if Maddie Bug tries to pick on her and serve receive. Chaussee, one of our players to watch of the night. Chaussee getting in on the phone with her first swing.
Well, she can come in off the bench. It doesn't matter how long she's sitting over there waiting. She's ready for these moments. And there was a reason we talked about her in the open. She can score, she can jump, she can move the ball around. They're using all of their outside hitters to see if they can find a little more offensive production.
Chaussee, third in kills for Love. Stud from Louisville. Adams trying to fix her footwork quickly, but it's still blocked from Madison.
How about it? Coming in 2 quick points by Chaussee. For all the young players out there watching, that's what you want to do. You come off the bench and you make a difference.
Offense, defense. She is showing Matt Verbringer, all right, put me in the second set, that's fine, but I'll show you why I should be here. Markovich at the service line, another player we are seeing her name for the first time tonight. Jimerson off the hands, point for her.
Jimerson, not just fast off the floor, but so high. See, she hit the top of the block. And there was no chance it was going to be blocked straight down. Super physical.
5 kills for Jimerson, 2 blocks for her so far tonight. Top spin from Adams. Out to Chaussee again. That's going to be on the antenna.
What an unfortunate play. Carlini got all the blockers to bite. Everyone jumped. Watch, everyone pops a little bit, and she's got one on none and just clips the antenna.
Big swing from Kelsey Cook going off the hands of Madison.
This is what Atlanta has the ability to do. They can just turn it on, right? They can clean little things up, make a couple of changes, and then all of a sudden run away with a score.
And just like that, it's set point for Atlanta. But Madison hung in the whole way, and there's still room for them to come back. Again, stop Atlanta defensively, offensively. Completely different second set from the first. What's the biggest change you've seen, Selena?
Well, the biggest change was getting Atlanta a little bit out of sorts, right? And then taking advantage of those moments. That's what they didn't do when they got a free ball in the first set. They didn't convert on it. But that was the difference in this second set, and then they just kept going. And you could see the confidence grow. But right now, they have to stop it They're gonna have to get a good pass here, and you know, if I'm Carlini, I'm either going back row to Franklin or throwing it back there to Schumacher. She might do something different. How can you side out right now?
Thompson from Adams. Franklin handling it. Chassé going right for Pannoy. And it's off the hands of Chassé. Atlanta takes set 2.
Unbelievable control. It's the ball control. When they keep the ball alive and high, they can convert, and that's what Atlanta does so well.
What a difference, though, from that first set to second set. Clearly, Madison has even more gas in the tank. Chassé coming out, making an instant difference for Madison. Let's see if they can find some more momentum here in this third set in Atlanta.
Can't tell me no. I'm boss. I'ma get to the top of that hill. You let them know. I'm boss. Gonna play.
Atlanta middle, Tia Jimerson hitting 505 kills along with 2 blocks for her team so far.
Well, she's always been a player that turns it on at any time. Whenever they need her and set her out of the middle of the court, she's up and available. Her arm is always ready to go and has been a huge part of the Atlanta success.
Jimerson also seems to be that X factor sometimes, just that effortless energy. When she's at the front, just something different happens.
It's so fun. It's fun to watch her. Like, she's calm, she's confident, she wants to get set, and then she gets a kill, and it's kind of cool. Like, she's awesome. I love watching her play.
My favorite thing about Jimerson is she's, to me, the definition of springy.
Yes.
It's like she's Simone Biles just jumping off the bounce thing, whatever that's called, flying into the air that fast.
Thing.
There you go. Maybe you'll call it Olympics for gymnastics next time, Salima, because we know I won't be.
I'll learn what it's called.
For Madison, what do you think is the biggest thing that has to change going into this third set?
Well, they have to just maintain pressure. They have to play with confidence and not let things get away from them when things aren't going well, 1 or 2 points. That's been their problem in many matches where a few points get away and then the whole set gets away from them. Just got to hang on to points, side out for side out. Confidence and patience.
Rachel Fairbanks will be the starting QB for Atlanta. Back row setting, starting off this third set with her serve. Over the net dig from Pannoy. Anna Beatrice Correa, effortless tool, tipping into Cook.
The veteran play, seeing the ball a little bit tight to the net, tips it off the block into the antenna.
Correa at the service line, been playing pro since 2008. Absolute veteran you want on your side. Point to Madison. Carlini showing that, yeah, she can be aggressive too. Quick out to Catino. Catino scoring everywhere at the front.
Catino has the ability, because she jumps so high, to just snap the ball down over the block, even if it's not perfectly timed. That is a tough ball to play.
6-4 from Purdue, Catino. Another huge kill from Annie Drew Schumacher. Another Purdue player here on the court.
Schumacher has been one of the best opposites, not just we've seen, like you said, at Purdue in this country, but in the world.
9 kills for Drew Schumacher so far. Yaniskan able to keep that in play. Carlini out to Franklin and goes off the hands of Catino. What a matchup with Franklin and Catino.
Well, and I like how she's challenging that block. She didn't have that hard angle that she normally does, so she didn't hit it that hard. I'm just gonna hit it high and chop it into the block, and something good is gonna happen.
Adams off the hands. Carlini now back row. Cut by Franklin. Carlini, she gets everything up. Medvedev is all over Adams right now. And Franklin getting that touch off the block.
Big rally and a huge start by Madison. I mean, this is what they need. Momentum early, but we've seen it before. They have to maintain it. They have to hang on to it.
5-1, Madison's biggest lead of the match so far tonight. And of course, Paolo Coco's not gonna let that momentum go for long with the timeout. And we'll see more how Madison can try and extend this league, and how can Atlanta take even less errors when we come back in this third set.
Nice. Whew. Thank you.
Well done.
I barely touched that. Nice to meet you though.
Madison opposite Annie Drew Schumacher, putting on a show for the love community here in Atlanta.
But remember, Annie Drew Schumacher has been out for a little bit, and she's worked her way back in, but she had to be out because her shoulders, she was nursing some things going on with that and working on getting back to 100%. Really frustrating for her, not being able to swing like she wanted to, but she is getting herself back in form, and now looks like she's completely comfortable. Arm looks good. Has got a ton of heat behind it, and she wants to lead this team. She wants to lead this team to a victory. She doesn't care how many swings it takes. Set her the ball. She's going to do her best to get it done for her team.
Andrew Schumacher currently has 10 kills, while Atlanta opposite, who was also a Boilermaker, has 12 kills. Nice little face-off.
That's fun.
From the same alma mater. Same position as well. Carlini with the serve. Right to Pannoy. Fairbanks keeping it in play. Carlini not able to get that ball up from Adams down the line.
Adams doing a really nice job seeing the block in front of her, finding that little bit of room down the line to attack.
9 kills for Adams. Magda back at the service line, 4-time All-American at Washington State. Good look at Adams on your screen. What an up. Hard serve. Oh, Fairbanks knows exactly where Adams needs that ball.
Unbelievable. And middle blockers can dig. And this is a huge defensive effort. Look at that. Perfectly dug, high in the air for a transition kill.
Carlini finding Hall.
That was a mid-rally challenge. I think he wanted the challenge right off the pancake, I believe. We'll take a look and see what they're looking for.
That's a good challenge. Do you think this ball's up?
I need to put my glasses on.
Put the glasses on. Grab him from Anna
I
Hall.
think, no, I think part of it hits the floor.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But hey, keep going until you get called out. There's your glasses, Salima. Anna Hall, let us borrow them.
Please, she knows I need them. Come on.
Magda said, I tried, guys. I got on the ground, put my hand out, touched a little bit, but Matt Frobringer saw enough. Called that mid-rally challenge. Sarah Franklin back to serve. Tight from Cook. Jimerson sets it back deep. Fairbanks going back to Jimerson, giving her another chance.
I mean, she's up and available in transition. We talk about that a lot, but it's how they control the ball, right? Anitska tried to tip the ball, not short this time. Deep in the court, controlled perfectly, allows Jimerson to score.
As a setter, when do you decide to go back to your hitter after they didn't get that kill?
A lot of times it's right away, especially if it's an aggressive attack where you know they wanted it and just missed it, just a slight error. You go right back. Hey, I've got confidence in you. You know they want it back. So I like a set of repeats.
Fairbanks showing confidence is Coutinho. Who wouldn't have confidence in her? So do you think that's the best way to build confidence with your hitters, is to go back to them after they don't get the kill or take an error?
I think a lot of times, yes, but you can also see it. You can feel it if they were unsure of themselves. Like if that's the case, then no. But if they're feeling it, want it back, give it to them.
Salima has to see you're confident in yourself as well. That's fair. Madison gaining confidence. This is the most free they've looked. No one looks worried. The pressure does not look on their shoulders. All 6 players look like they're having fun right now.
Well, that's the way to go. I mean, it's the only way to do it at this point. You have to be able to have some fun, and when you're in that space, then good things happen.
Deep float from Hall, but it's handled. Drew Schumacher stepping in for Carlini. Chaussee back in, taking that error.
She saw that area of the court, wanted that angle. She had it available and just couldn't get on top of it high enough to snap it down into the court.
Chaussee put in this set much earlier, though, than she was that second set. Top spin from Adams. Picking on Chaussee. Oh, what a swing from Cook. I thought she was going cross for sure.
Well, that's what she's so good at, disguising. She looks like she's coming in hard at an angle, and then she'll turn it. She'll turn it high off the hands. I mean, that's why she's got 3 Olympic medals, and we don't.
You're definitely closer to her, though. You and your resume. All right, and that's another ball that Madison's going to take advantage of, especially when it's Adams hitting it out, who has one of the hardest topspin serves in love. And those can be deadly. And Drew Schumacher at the service line. Oh. She wants it so badly to be in. It looks like Matt Farbringer is going to take the challenge.
They were all pretty sure. Even Kelsey Cook's reaction when it fell, I think she pointed down to the ground like it was in.
Oh, that has to be in.
From that angle, it was pretty in.
And to get an ace on Pannoy.
Yeah, that's not easy.
All right, let's see from this angle. Oh, that's right on the line. Oh, what does that do to your confidence? Getting an ace on Pannoy. Libero from Thailand, one of the best in the world. Let's see if Drew Schumacher goes to the same seam. And she goes right to Adams. Which is handled, eventually getting that slide kill from Jimerson.
On a really smart set. That's a tough matchup. Jimerson, very physical in this play. High and can hit over end into that angle.
Saved by Carlini. Another chance for Chaussee, getting the fingertips this time. And Cook. There's that disguised attack you just said from her.
Goes in hard and then just drops it in. Kind of missed it. It was a weird tip. But look at this defensive effort by Jimerson. I mean, like, she's a DS player with a smart tip down the line.
There's always that middle who tells everyone they're a libero.
Oh, yeah.
They're not a middle.
Right.
They're just playing at the front because they're tall. They are actually a libero inside. Maybe that's Tia Jimerson.
That might be her. We'll ask her.
9-9. Madison has done such a good job responding to Paulo Coco and his team from that first set. Paulo Coco, again, today said the #1 thing we are working on is efficiency. I do not want to be taking errors, which we saw a lot of errors from Atlanta in that second set.
Well, and that's the conversation they're having. It all carries over. Hey, how can we clean this up a little bit tighter, right? Be smarter with our swings and eliminate those unforced errors. Serves into the net, hitting out of bounds. Those are the plays that make you crazy.
Madison has not laid down whatsoever. They have gotten better and better as this match has gone. What do you think is the best thing they're doing right now in this third set?
Well, they're passing pretty well, so they're able to get a little bit of middle attack, some one-on-ones to the outside, move the ball around. As I say that,
that's how it goes.
It's
okay, we expected. Coutinho keeping it alive. Line shot from Chaussee. Carlini back to Correa again. Correa been playing pro since 2008. She will find your hands and tool you.
Well, they're handling the ball, even on off plays and in transition, high enough and to the setter right at the net for Carlini to be able to do that.
Jennifer Yaniskan at the line. Played pro for 15 years before joining Love. Back set. And Carlini looked like she was going to attack it. Tipped right over the block. Oh. In Atlanta, punishing the middle of the court.
I exclaimed out loud.
It's that disguise you talked about.
Yeah, and it's the coach and me going, come on, guys.
All right, coaching you, what would you tell Madison in that play?
I don't know if it would be good to say right now.
All right. Give us the PG Fighting Irish version.
Well, we got to go. You can't just stand and watch. Someone has to go after the ball. I don't care if you run into each other. We can't stand there and watch it fall. That's what I'm saying.
And when your coach, former players know, when your coach gets in your face like that, you know this cannot happen 2 times in a row.
That's for sure.
Kelsey Cook, again, having manipulative shots all night. Fairbanks at the line, and Fairbanks missed a few serves in serve and pass, and she's not a player to get frustrated, but she definitely looked pretty frustrated with her serves and serve and pass. Right now, clearly trying to shake it off. Beatrice Correa. Right to Pannoy. Oh. Magda looking like an absolute machine with that swing.
Love that connection, and Fairbanks getting on the net and off. Watch the rhythm. She's there. She pops off the net. Perfect set to her middle.
How long does that connection take from Fairbanks and Magda with that set?
You know, it's nice to see because it can take a little time, but with Fairbanks, she's done it pretty quickly.
And again, Fairbanks, one of the rookies in professional volleyball, didn't know she was going to play Love till Atlanta had a setter get injured, and she was immediately here and is taking the starting role. Back to Coutinho, and it's deep. Right now, Madison is letting Atlanta hit that ball out.
Coutinho goes over the top, looking to avoid the block. So good block set up on the side of Madison.
Era from Carlini, who has played under the brightest of lights. Pressure is something that I'm sure she welcomes in every part of her life. Really inside to Sarah Franklin, tipped it over. Second ball by Medev. Run through by Kelsey Cook, stays on her feet. Every coach loves to see that. Cut by Franklin. Back to her, and it's right back to Adams. And it's gonna be Madison's ball. What a face-off. Sarah Franklin continuously picking on Mackenzie Adams 3 times in a row.
Coming straight at her, right down the angle. Adams just stuck in there. Those are not easy swings to control.
If I'm gonna pick on someone on Atlanta, I would probably say Mackenzie Adams is the last person I'm gonna pick on. All right, Sarah Franklin. Confidence is her middle name at the service. Okay, going back to Adams. Coutinho with the big swing, going right in the hands of Chassé, forcing that ball back.
And I will say the serving is picked up on the side of Madison. They're serving tough. Madison is serving tough, but Atlanta's handling the ball well. That's what they do. They're an excellent passing team that allows them to keep that offense to Coutinho going.
Maddie Bug back in for Rachel Fairbanks. 3 hitters available at the front for Atlanta. Chassé pulled in, getting those hands.
Really smart swing. Last time she was inside, she went hard angle and missed it out of bounds. Saw the block in front of her and turned it back to get that kill.
And Matt Furbringer talked to you about how his team's going to be trying to pull those outsides in because Atlanta's so good at blocking that 4.
And they've done that quite a few times in this set.
The swing and approach, it does not get much better from Tia Jimerson.
Well, and it's got to be frustrating because the last 3 serves from Madison were bullets. Look at that. Look at that serve. And it is a dime. It is right on the money. That's what's keeping Atlanta in right now.
Do you start going short at that point? How do you adjust your serve when Atlanta keeps passing 3s?
Well, you got to keep the pressure on and move it around. Just try to attack seams. I mean, sometimes it just is what it is, right? They're passing well.
Chassé again. That fast approach, big arm swing, showing that she should be in this game. Chassé 3rd in the league in kills right now for Love. Annie Drew Schumacher leading the gym in kills. Big up from Franklin. Oh, what an adjustment. You can hear Madison yelling at Chassé while she's in the air, what's open.
That was a beautiful shot. Coming in full steam ahead. Watch the speed of the approach doesn't change. At the last minute, takes a little bit off of it. Really hard to read, especially when you're on your heels, ready for a hard swing.
Carlini out to Chassé, off the hands, getting the tool. Rivero Marin Staying in the play. Right now, Chaussee has that momentum going for Madison.
And again, I love what Madison's doing right now from the service line. They are driving the ball. That one worked. Got Atlanta off the net a little bit for an opportunity to score from Chaussee.
Wise words from Matt Furbringer, Madison's head coach. Very decorated coach, U.S. men's national team assistant coach in 2016 and 2024 Olympics. He has coached the women's, the men's, and his daughter Charlie, setter at Wisconsin, so he's close to family. And I wonder if he tries to coach her on her setting here and there. What's that conversation like at home, you think?
Yeah, and he might leave that to Joy, his wife, who was the setter that All-American at Long Beach.
Andrew Schumacher looking to build that lead for Madison. Jessica Rivera Marin, an outside hitter who was born in Cuba, grew up in Spain, getting some points on the board, breaking that momentum for Madison.
They've done this a couple of times, not much, not for long, this double sub quickly to get a little bit more offense when they were in the two-hitter rotations. Now they have the three attackers in the front row.
Three-option pass for Chaussee, calling her own name. Top to bottom, perfect for her.
She thumped that ball. And she loves when she's passing well, the pass to attack rhythm of Chaussee, so good. It keeps her in that offensive rhythm. She gets on it, crushes it.
Chaussee and Tia Jamerson's approach don't look similar, but they're both so springy. I think they just have to be the springiest players on the gym. Right in the hands of Magda. Perfect pass set from Maddie Bug.
And Magda seeing the block well and hitting just around it. And it's the ball control that does it again for Atlanta. And Madison, let's not forget, Madison's in the lead right now. See if they can hang on to this lead and stretch it out.
1 point till Madison's the first team in the red zone, something they have not done yet tonight. And they get there.
And that's where it's almost every single time. Be on the slide, hitting it around and off of Cook. Effective every time. They know this, they understand that. Gonna run it side out right away.
Hayden coming in, and Matt Furbringer said, I really don't care if it's the red zone or if it's 3-3. We need to execute like it's the same part of the whole match, and you can tell that the confidence is really on in this third set. We talked about it. Good serving from Madison, but it's just been handled all night by Atlanta. Free ball to Pannoy. Oh, and Atlanta not able to put that opportunity away. Until you set Magda.
Too much coming at them. When the outsides can tip towards the middle of the court and get the left side blocker coming in to play it, left back, you've got everyone on the floor, it just clogs everything up, and there's no one that can take a swing. Atlanta doing a nice job of getting all the hitters out of the play.
Kelsey Cook, again, one of the best servers in Love. Madison wants to end this run right now, and it's an ace. Three-time Olympic champ, tied with Micah Hancock for most aces in the league.
She just hits it so flat and hard, and then it just drops. It's really hard to track this serve.
It's all wind up from Andrew Schumacher.
I love it. I love her flying in from the back row. There's a split in the block. Excellent vision by her, finding it.
Lauren Carlini getting an ace on the board for her team. Aggressive serving from the back row setter. Right to Pannoy. That cannot feel good.
Oh, that was a tough ricochet in the face.
I cannot get over how tough these players are. You see this ball ricochet from Madison into Yaknishta's face, and she's still in the game. She is not leaving the court. Now Chaussee comes back in, giving Yaniska a little break after that ball. Sarah Franklin at the service line. Only 2 points for her team to take the third set. Until Tia Jemerson's name gets called. Maddie Bug coming back in. Rachel Fairbanks will be leaving, giving Atlanta 3 available hitters at the front row. Kelsey Cook in the back. Bug has plenty of options all over. High set to Chaussee. It's recovered by Medvedev. That's going to be no touch. Atlanta gets the point. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by the Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us on April 10th, 11th, and 13th in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. Plenty of fans excited to be back at Louisville. Rachel Fairbanks knows that place well. Big rival with her and Pitt. One of the best places to play for volleyball, including pro. Excited for that one, Salima.
So much fun to play there. I mean, the fans, the crowd, the excitement, it's going to be the same thing.
Maddie Bug at the service line. Pannoy, one arm up right to Bug. Bug covering. Recycled by Adams, out of system for Atlanta. Big up by Rivero Marin. Oh, and Adams right into the net, trying to go for that cut shot.
That was an interesting swing. I mean, she wanted the shot, but didn't actually have the approach to execute it. Just a two-step, step close, and it wasn't enough to get her into that angle.
Fairbanks back in on Atlanta's side. Anna Hall at the service line, and she is the middle, so look out for Atlanta to punish her with her rotation in the back row. And the third set has been extended for Madison. Again, this is the closest that Madison has been to winning the set in this match so far, only 1 point. Adams with the top spin. Big up by Coutinho. And it's down. The third set goes to Madison. What a response from this team.
Well, they stayed patient. They stayed patient throughout the entire set. They didn't give up huge runs that set either. It was small points, a couple of points here and there, and then they set Schumacher over and over and over again to lead them.
Annie Drew Schumacher, 11 kills of the match so far. Madison taking the third set, taking a set off the top team in love. Who will take the fourth set? We have no idea. Gotta stay tuned. There's more volleyball when we come back. Madison has responded and punched back in Atlanta. Big part of that, Claire Chaussee.
Well, they needed something. They needed more production on the left side. See if they can get around the block and through the block, and that's what she provided for her team. Just a little spark, a little edge to get them going.
That second set, Madison finished with 22 points, 21 points, but that first set, only 15. Now, Chaussee didn't play that first set. That could be a big difference when it comes to that energy for Madison.
And I think initially they were looking at ball control when they have Aniska in. Can she pass well, hold the passing down, because that was a priority, right? And then they put Chaussee in when they need some kills. So they've got some good options moving people around.
Aniska starting the fourth set off. And Coutinho, a name we've been saying all night, gets the first kill for Atlanta in the fourth. 15 kills.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to stop her. It's tough to slow her down over top of the block all the time.
How do you slow her down?
Well, you've got to get her on the floor. Like, that's the biggest thing. When you have someone that's taking over a match, tip on her. You know, when she's in the backcourt, when she's off blocker, just get her completely out of the equation and then force them to set other people. Because somebody like her, it's really hard to slow down at the net.
Madison not able to slow Atlanta down. Beatrice Correa with the serve and getting the dig. Everyone loves to see middles getting their digs, but it's Atlanta's point. It's going to be Magda at the service line. With Franklin right into the hands of Tia Jimerson.
I love that set because it caught Jimerson for just a minute. She was stuck on the other side of the court and couldn't close all the way.
Jimerson, just a minute. You say it at home 3 times in a row. Carlini at the service line. Deep to Adams. Was Jimerson trying to get hands right there?
I think the set was a little bit behind her, actually. It looked like she was, but I think it was just a hair behind her head, which forced her to hit flat, but they think maybe she got hands, but she's not positive.
You don't see middles going for hands like that too often.
You don't.
Right here, there is a challenge. It does not look like there is a touch on the block from Anna Hall. Again, it looks like the block was closed after the ball passes her. What do you see?
I see the same thing. I was looking for that inside finger, the pointer finger, the left hand. What hand is that? Yeah, the left hand. Looks like it just missed. We're still taking a look at it.
And it did just miss that left hand. Carlini looking to build a run for her team. Madison done such a better job at breaking up Atlanta's runs, which Matt Froberger said is something we absolutely have to do here in Atlanta tonight. Perfect pass by Cook. Wide open net for Mackenzie Adams.
It was a perfect pass on a tough serve. Again, that one went to Cook, who was able to pass this ball right on the money. I mean, it was a full commit block. What they have to do, that means jumping at the same time as Jimerson, because you know she can get set, and that leaves the outside one-on-one.
Yanni Skonstein in the play, but not able to get it back over to Atlanta. Coutinho back at the service line.
Katina has been drilling these serves, really serving tough.
And Anna Hall able to score inside out, which is another thing Froberger said we have to do is get so much better at that first serve side out.
Got to be able to do it, and with Lauren Carlini, you can. You give her the range, you tell her, hey, just fire that ball in there, see what you're seeing, and just run the offense.
Fairbanks quick to Adams, blocked by Madison. Back out to Adams, though. And Chaussee gets the tool on Jimerson's outside hand.
Really nice play, hitting that ball into the block with intention of getting it to go out of bounds. Perfect set.
Hard serve by Franklin. Free ball from Cook. Can Madison put it away? Chaussee again, another tip, and it's up by Coutinho. Franklin with the run through. It's right to Chaussee. And she does not get the fingertips, but Matt Herbringer does not like that call.
Not at all. How about the dig by Coutinho, and then the second one coming back, playing the tip again. Coutinho ready for everything defensively. She doesn't just hit and block. She's playing defense too.
And Coutinho is 6'4". So there is no excuse for those tall pin hitters to not get those digs.
Oh, something moved. Oh, that
pointer
finger
from Fairbanks.
There it is. It's a great look at that touch.
Good challenge from Coach Herbringer. How can you even dig that hit from Coutinho?
I mean, you've got Medved back here, one of the best liberos. I mean, it's hard. You got to be in there. You've got to line up perfectly. Man, she is lethal.
15 kills for Coutinho of the night so far. Man, it's going to be Atlanta's ball. And again, Matt Herbringer not liking that call either. Challenge called. Annie Drew Schumacher was going for that line aggressively. It looks like there was a touch.
It did. We're far away from it, but it
initially
looked, it looked like it. And we will see what they see.
It was actually Claire Chaussee. Coach Herbringer using this as a timeout, taking advantage of the challenge to talk to his team quickly. Yep, and this is the ball they're talking about. It was straight down from Drew Schumacher. Oh, and an obvious touch.
I know. I mean,
not sure what was going on with that call.
Cook backed up immediately to serve receive, and then they challenged.
Mackenzie Adams handling the serve receive all night. High ball from Chaussee, but rolled over. Coutinho coming in, and it's dug up from Franklin. Chaussee looks like the ball might have hit her out. If that ball did not hit her, she would have gotten the tool.
We got a couple things going on here. Fairbanks looks like she took a weird landing. There's a swing. They're both maybe are right on the center line. It's hard to see.
Fairbanks limping a little bit, going back to her base, just telling the down ref that she's okay. Looks pretty painful right there. But she is up, she's smiling, and she is playing. What a float. Free ball. Madison has to put it away from Coach Herbringer.
Oh.
And no. Stuff. One-on-one from Jimerson.
You rarely see a middle that's alone on the outside, and Jimerson makes up all that room for Fairbanks. A beautiful stuff block, one-on-one.
Fairbanks has the hands in front of her face, though, ready just in case. Perfectly in system from Madison, siding out.
Well, we see how good Madison can be when they're passing well. I mean, you see it every time. Perfect pass, somebody's one-on-one, get the middles going, so much offense available.
Awkward play for Atlanta, ended up in the point for them. Madison still holding on to that lead in the fourth set. Starting out the last 2 sets much better. Looking much more relaxed, but now they're facing Rachel Fairbanks' serve. Chaussee with the error. Very off the net shot though.
And a big difference, like we talked about, when they're passing well and in system. I mean, these are in-system type attackers. Chaussee, fast, springy, all those words that you were talking about earlier. When it's high and off the net, it makes it a lot more challenging for them.
Annie Drew Schumacher's facial expressions kill me. It looks like she didn't know if that ball was going down and says, okay, I'll take it.
And I love this play where they run the slide to take the left side blocker all the way out to the pin, and then she just hits right in that seam out of the back row. Sounded like it hurt. Not sure if Bea got hit in the eye. Take a look at this here. Yeah.
She's staying on as well. This Madison team is the definition of tough. She didn't even react at first. She watched the ball to see if it landed in and then reacted to being hit in the head.
And she was mad and she was staring off.
Franklin going right for Adams, and Adams just dodging that ball.
Well, that was a quick set. Again, another change of pace, change of area on the court. It's the right call and the right move to moving Franklin around.
Franklin forcing the blockers of Atlanta to lose track of the ball.
And that was a different set, right? We talked about that. We're going to bring her in, fast and quick on the inside ball, and then fling it out all the way to the antenna. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and it worked.
Deep ball from Hayden. And now this is where you can see that difference. One team starts to take off. What a save from Atlanta. It's all effort. But Sarah Franklin, though, is not letting this happen. But this effort from Atlanta is unmatched. Cook chasing this ball, and her setter, Fairbanks, right behind her to save her. But Sarah Franklin does not care how hard you work. She is going to get a kill on you right when you get back to your base. Madison not stopping this fight right here in the fourth set. Madison up 12-11 here in Atlanta in the fourth. One of the biggest hustle plays from Atlanta, but Sarah Franklin doesn't care. She put it straight back down. Franklin has the number 4 kills in Madison, and she's a rookie. How does that transition from college to pro? How confident do you have to be to perform like Franklin?
It's tough. It's a hard transition, getting used to everything. Every level you increase, it gets harder and harder. And then it's just finding the different shots that you can hit that are available when the pros adjust so quickly. Like, that's the biggest difference for her, and she's done a great job of doing that today, moving the ball around.
Carlini again, nothing falls in the right back when she's back row. And that's why Danielle Catino will move the ball right to the middle.
Just so difficult to stop. Again, you see the block, tries to chase her one-on-one.
Neither team has found themselves in too big of a deficit in this 4th set. Madison has done so much better in siding out on the first ball, which Furbringer said is one of the biggest things that we have to improve on. Oh, what an up from Piyanut Pannoy. The Thailand libero, and it's Tia Jimerson again.
That was a beautiful save by Pannoy. Jimerson's ability to even be ready here on the right, hit this off 2 feet as a middle, and then recognize that she has to hit it high and flat.
Jimerson looks like a pin at times. Rachel Fairbanks taking a little bit to get up, and she did come down awkwardly on her ankle a few plays ago, so maybe favoring that ankle a little bit right now.
Maybe a little bit, and both hitters went up, both blockers went up to hit that ball. Oh, they're laughing a little bit about it.
Carlini getting pumped up, saying thank you, Mackenzie Adams, for taking your mean topspin serve right to the net. Madison cannot afford to let Adams go on a run. And a haul back at the service line. Right in the seam from Kelsey Cook.
Another perfect pass on the side of Atlanta. And Fairbanks just looks the same all the time. Consistent with her body position. Hard to read her when she's setting the ball. That's why there's a one-on-one on the outside.
What a block from Magda. Catino off speed, easy pickup from Drew Schumacher. Oh, Adams somehow keeping this ball alive, all in a reflex and reaction. Fairbanks hustling to get back to the front. Blocking involved on both sides, slowing the ball down. Carlini out to Chassé. Nothing can hit the floor in this rally. Adams with the error.
That was crazy defense. Crazy defense on both sides. But here's Adams keeping this ball alive. Just a stab at it. But this is what Atlanta has been doing. Really, really scrambling, keeping the ball off the floor and getting some swings off of it.
Roll shot by Cook, tight pass. Chassé really pulled in, and it's off the hands of Fairbanks.
I like how they're working together, communicating with one another. Medved stepped in there for Carlini, called her off, and she's like, yes, do that. You take it, perfect play, smart tool off the hands.
Adams has been handling Madison serves all night. Oh, Chassé right into Magda. Suffocating block.
Thought she was gonna just stay down, and certainly so did Claire Jose. She turns this one right back into the huge middle blocker.
Right target from Adams, and it's again Magda. Defense, now offense.
Atlanta able to convert a little bit better in transition right now. Certainly than Madison working on this side out game. They've been in this rotation a couple times. Just see if they go back to Bea again. And off the hook.
Fairbanks is trying to move on from her miss serve. And you were a setter at the highest level you could be at. How frustrating is it to miss your serve, but everyone's relying on you? So you are the person that cannot afford to get frustrated.
It is tough. You have to be able to control it, control your emotions, and that's exactly right, what you said. It's you're the one they look to for calmness. You have no choice.
Every play goes through the setter. Cook able to find real estate right over Franklin's hands.
Beautiful tip over top of the block. Atlanta starting to really make a push here. See if Madison can slow this down.
Beatriz Correa has just been so reliable this entire night with her efficiency. She's like a soccer player, okay? She thought that block was going back in from her head.
Right.
Hayden back in to serve. Best outside hitter, best scorer, and best server in the Mountain West Conference at UNLV. Foot fault. Something you don't see often at this level. That has to be a frustrating error for Madison, especially when you fought this hard in the fourth set.
When she's been working this whole match to try to find a rhythm coming in here and there, but hasn't quite found it yet.
You can hear that contact from Franklin. So much power from this rookie. Carlini back over. Jimerson with the error.
Madison scrapping, finding ways to score points and stay in this. Like you said, not a lot of big runs. And this is the area where they need to hang on to this serve.
19-19, what a battle we've seen all night. And Carlini takes her team in the fourth set to the red zone. It has to feel good when Paolo Coco calls a timeout after you ace his team.
Without question, and Carlini has been serving tough. She got one ace on that back line, really getting them out of system. She come back off that line and keep serving tough.
Paolo Coco, watching him in his huddles, he gives such clear guidance. Very hands-on, again, talked about how he was serving at his team, standing on the box. Loves the game more than anything. Assistant coach on the Brazilian national team since 2003. Has won 5 gold medals in the Brazilian Superliga, one of the best leagues in the world. And Love got him to come to Atlanta, and that just shows you how this league is not only getting the best players in the US and the world, but the best coaches in the world. Catino, been saying her name all 4 sets.
Tina again with that high tip down. That's the advantage. You can throw it up there for her, and if it's perfect, she cranks it. If not, she can still tip it.
18 kills for Catino. And Andrew Schumacher. Such a great battle with these pin hitters on each other. And former Purdue players, doesn't get much better than these two. rip by Adams, connecting with Fairbanks.
Love the speed on that set. In the play prior, you saw Kelsey Cook having some conversations with Fairbanks and like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Let's stay in it. Like really leading the youngster out there.
Jimerson slowing the play down. Out to Cook. Carlini not able to keep that ball up.
Cook's so good. Has all the range, all the shots. We always say, if you need a point or if the game's on the line, who are you gonna set? It's Kelsey Cook.
12 lead changes this set. That's the best kind of volleyball you could ask for. No one letting each other go on a run. What do you think Matt Furbringer is telling his team right now?
Well, he's talking about being focused in, certainly on the passing. That's number one that you have to do. But he's talking about how they need to block, I'm sure. Where are you going to put your block and your defense right now? This is what we have to focus on. Controlling it in transition, but have to move the ball around first ball side out. That's all they've been working on. That's all they've been talking about is getting a kill right away. But when they transition, what are they doing defensively? And you got to get through a couple of those things quickly.
So it's all about siding out for Madison right now, which means you not only need a 3-option pass, but you need your hitter to put the ball away. And you are facing one of the best top spin servers, especially here in the gym tonight with Mackenzie Adams. And there you go, Salima. There's your first ball side out.
Well, and that's where I would go. That's who's been really leading the charge. The Olympian on the right side, Annie Schumacher. She wanted the ball. You knew it before the play. She's talking to Lauren Carlini. Just set me so I can do this.
Right to Adams from Anna Hall. Too wide from Cook. Another timeout again. Both coaches really trying to break the momentum point by point, which again is what Matt Ferber talked about, is this red zone. We're trying to play the pressure of the red zone the whole set we have.
Well, and when you're smart with what you're doing, patient and not getting outside of yourself. He's like, hey, that's great. Ball's hit out. Don't reach for it. Don't stress for it, right? Let's just execute our game plan. We know what we need to do. Stay patient.
For Paulo Coco, what do you think he's telling Atlanta right now?
Well, for him, he's probably frustrated with a couple of the execution pieces right here at the end, but he's also really, really good at the end of matches in telling them who to set. I'm not sure what he's saying right now or who he just told Fairbanks to set, but he has an absolute plan opening up the offense, so somebody's going to be one-on-one when they pass a perfect ball here. I'd look at Jimerson perhaps behind on Chaussee.
Back to Coutinho, right in the net. And again, Paulo Coco said, I really want to see minimal errors from my team tonight. It seems like Atlanta is taking the errors at the wrong time.
Well, and that could have been the play call. Here's the difference. It could have been the play call, but is it the right time to execute it? Is it the right angle to do it? That's where a setter, maybe with a little more experience, is like, okay, maybe this isn't the right ball. I'm not saying it's not, but that was a little low. It was a little off for Coutinho in that moment.
Anna Hall still at the service line. Set point. Out to Cook. And that's going to be out. Madison takes the fourth set. Atlanta had the first two. Oh. And it looks like it's going to be reversed. It looks like the up ref is calling a touch and going to give the point to Atlanta. Cook with the kill. This is huge. All right, we're gonna look back at the play.
See what we see, because it was on Chaussee, not the block. Did the ball hit her on the head?
This is hard to call. where we're sitting when the play happened, it looked like it didn't. What do you think?
I don't know. She's pulling on her ponytail. Lots of discussion, lots of conversation.
And if Madison doesn't end the set right here, Atlanta can absolutely come back in this fourth set. So this is a lot of pressure. Oh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Kelsey Cook is hitting at you with her full swing. You don't have much time to decide if that ball's in or out.
There's some heat at the net right now. Paulo Coco is talking about the ball hitting her head, her hair. He's not happy right now.
Paulo Coco will let you know what he is thinking. And often Cook is the middleman between him and the ref. Kelsey Cook going to both refs right now. She's pointing at the Jumbotron saying, look, it's hitting her. And Atlanta gets the touch.
Still having some discussion about it. Well, this is one of the most interesting challenges we've seen in a while. And I wish we could hear what they were saying.
Well, it's always set point, of course.
Right.
Kelsey Cook pointing at the Jumbotron, showing both refs what she was seeing. It's going to be Jimerson at the service line. It's still set point for Madison. That's how you finish it. Annie Drew Schumacher getting the ball and the kill, taking her team to the fifth set. Atlanta taking the first two in a dominant fashion in the first set, and Madison completely responding. 1 set left, 15 points. Only one team will take home this win. Again, top team in the league playing the bottom league. We're going to 5 here in Atlanta. Madison has come to the Lions Den in Atlanta and taking the top team in love to 5 sets. Big thanks for Madison as Sarah Franklin.
Well, Sarah Franklin, we talked about the youth of someone like Sarah Franklin, just fresh out of college, coming into a league like this and performing like she's been here all the time. This is a professional volleyball player that can hit high, is physical, and really help this Madison team get to this 5th set.
It's been amazing watching the rookies of pro volleyball make such an impact in love. You see Jess Merzick for Houston, just coming off a Penn State National Championship, your alma mater, and she said at a press conference that how nervous she was. Just like Sarah Franklin, they both said, why am I nervous? I've done this at the highest level, and now I'm playing with people I looked up to. And they said, I'm here for a reason, and shook off those nerves and are clearly making an impact for their teams. Again, Tessa Grubbs is out, one of the best attackers for Atlanta. Rolled her ankle in a serve and pass. She's hoping to be back on the floor soon, as everyone else is hoping as well. But, you know, Matt Furbringer said that's going to be a big impact for different rotations we can run. Just the fact that Tessa Grubbs is out. And again, she said that, she told you, she's going to try and be helping her team from the side what she's seen.
And there she is again, having some conversations. So great to see this leadership and such a good example of what it looks like when you get injured. How can you make yourself helpful? And that's what she's doing.
Literally ditching the scooter to hop over to talk to Tia Jimerson. Rachel Fairbanks starting off the 5th and final set here in Atlanta. It's out to Franklin. Player to watch for Madison. Coutinho again. She just cannot be stopped.
We'll see how many kills she has in this 5th set, but I bet they're going to set her a ton.
Ace for Fairbanks. Looked frustrated with her serves and serve and pass, and has completely let that go. Again, a confident rookie.
Well, and she's got such a good serve. I think that's why she was so frustrated. She's usually in a pretty good rhythm, very consistent with what she does, and a tough serve at that.
Fairbanks keeping the ball alive, but it's going to be out. Started with that pass for Medved. Big up for Yaniskan. Madison getting the touch.
Another kill by Sarah Franklin. And we've seen a variety of shots from her. I know we've talked about her expanding her game, but really moving the ball around the court well.
Textbook set from Fairbanks to Magda.
Both teams siding out very efficiently since the last set. Just been back and forth. Side out game has improved tremendously for Madison.
What a wind-up from Drew Schumacher. But it's going to be a tool. Mackenzie Adams getting the kill. Big block for Atlanta. You can hear Paolo Coco yelling on the sidelines.
It is a massive block. Not a lot of room to get around that thing.
Anna Hall doing everything she can in coverage. Quick start for Atlanta in the 5th set. Again, the final set goes to 15 points, and a lot of times players will break that up into little sets. So who's first to 5, first to 8? And right now, Atlanta has the momentum. What would your message as a coach be to Madison right now?
Well, they of course have to stop the bleeding right now. Don't let this extend. And how do you do that? By getting a good pass. I would probably talk to Carlina about setting either the middle or looking at Schumacher out of the back row right now. But it's going to be up to Franklin and Yuniska to get this pass up to Carlina so she can run the offense.
Madison with a breath of relief.
Well, that can happen. Or I could just say, hey, she might miss her serve. Let's see what happens.
Carlini back at the service line. Andrew Schumacher up at the net. It started off with a 3-option pass from Adams, leading into a huge kill from Magda.
Just automatic out of the middle right now for Atlanta. Magda's been up available and just has been working the angles around Hall. You see one power, one cutback, moving the ball around.
Back-to-back service errors for Atlanta. Adams trying to tell Magda to shake it off. Paulo Coco said that my team has to clean up the errors, especially against Madison.
Looks like we've got a challenge. Let's see. Oh. I thought it was out on the serve. I actually thought it was out. Wow.
You are not the only one. All the players and fans are looking at the Jumbotron, seeing the same view we just saw, so you can hear everyone oohing and awing right when that ball hit the line. Magda gets the ace instead of the error back at the serve. Franklin off the hands of Jimerson. That's something you don't see often. Now Sarah Franklin goes back to serve, which is Chaussee. It's going to be the other one at the outside. Tia Jimerson not able to close that block. Adams being served all night. Chaussee. Big coverage from Hall. And what a cut from Coutinho, just using all the length in her favor.
It's really incredible how she's able to attack the ball. She can hit it hard, she can tip it, she'll cup it down. She's a little bit early on that, just chops it down to the ground.
We talked about that purposeful placement for Atlanta. That's the key right there. Good pass from Franklin. Suffocating block from Tia Jimerson, ISO.
Wow, that was an amazing move. Ball's way off the net. She follows her middle, hangs in there with her. Smart play, beautiful block.
And one-on-one, 5 blocks so far for Tia Jimerson. Named best blocker at the 2022 and 23 Portuguese Cup. Played at Ohio University. Absolutely putting her school on the map here in the Love League.
Super effective attacker, and it's fun to watch that team and how they're communicating and how they're listening to one another. And it's not always one person talking. It's a couple of different people communicating and how they interact and work together. It's been really a fun thing to watch.
And just like that, Atlanta is up for 5 points in the 5th set. Coutinho back to serve. Carlini saves that. Back row attack from Coutinho. High to Drew Schumacher. Oh, big save from Coutinho. Carlini looking for her hitters before she sets the ball.
Wow. That was crazy. Fairbanks played that ball out of the net. Coutinho comes flying in to keep it alive and doesn't go underneath the net.
Yeah, neither of them.
That's a defensive effort. That makes all the difference in the world.
Atlanta in the 5th set red zone, 10 points right now on the board. Free ball for Madison. Can they put this down? And Drew Schumacher absolutely does.
It's a long way to climb, but they can do it. They stay patient. Madison has been serving tougher as the match has gone on. See if they can go on a little bit of a run here.
Back to Coutinho. Lost at the net. Yannis Correa not able to get a touch on that ball.
Why not? Just keep feeding her. She's ready, she's available. Gonna get a kill. You can almost count on it.
20 points for Coutinho. And right now Atlanta is just fully taking off. Mackenzie Adams not slowing down that top spin serve whatsoever. Three more points for Atlanta to get this victory. Big play for Madison. Getting that ball out. It looks like it's going to be challenged, though.
We'll see. The last one was close. This one I didn't see, so I don't have a prediction.
Challenge will be called. Let's see this look right here. Oh my gosh. How does Coco see that from across the net?
I have no idea. He immediately goes for the challenge, though.
Adams has the full green light right now. Coutinho with the deep tip, and it's up from Carlini. Free ball for Atlanta. Coutinho is everywhere defensively. Cook taking a little bit off. Huge swing by Drew Schumacher.
Madison just staying in it, staying with it. Gotta go for it.
And now Carlini is up at the front, can be an offensive threat of her own with Drew Schumacher back at the service line. Tough error for Drew Schumacher with this timing. Now it's match point for Atlanta.
See if they can find their way out of this.
Big up from Sarah Franklin. It's free ball for Atlanta. And Drew Schumacher gets the kill.
I'll slow things down a little bit.
I see a couple more people sitting down, John. This is match point for your home team. I need you.
Well, Madison has made some errors in this 5th set, but this whole match they have not laid down to Atlanta whatsoever. Sarah Franklin facing her hands back in the middle. Big up. What an up by Yannis. Back out to Cook. High hands. Carlini's finding Franklin. Ball out. It's Atlanta's match. Atlanta takes down Madison after a 5-setter. What a response from Madison. Atlanta, a dominant first set win, 15-25. And right when you think Atlanta is gonna sweep Madison, Atlanta, the top team in the league, Madison comes back and wins set 3 and 4. Again, Matt Furberger said, we have struggled when it comes to letting teams go on runs. and they have really stopped Atlanta all night from doing that. Atlanta taking a few errors. Paulo Coco said, we have to work on that, but what a play. Defensively, digs from both sides. Amazing cut shots. And our player of the match is going to be Danielle Coutinho. Her name being called all night by Rachel Fairbanks. Coutinho continuously finding open real estate, finishing the match with 21 kills. Tia Jimerson, he was stepping in for an assist. Even from the back, Coutinho is effortlessly getting kills, moving the ball around. Again, that aggressive placement Atlanta said we really need tonight. One of the Adidas scouting reports of the match tonight was aggressive placement. Coutinho showing herself able to do that the entire night for a 5-set win over Madison. Salima Rockwell is getting ready to speak with Coutinho. Danielle, the player of the night. Again, Danielle Coutinho finishing the match with 21 kills. Let's go to Salima with Danielle.
Danielle Coutinho, player of the match, congratulations. So you had 21 kills, 24 points for your team. Talk to us about your play tonight.
I just think that every game that we play is going to be super challenging, and Madison played a really good game, and we just had to dig deep and keep staying aggressive until the end. So it was great with the support of our team to just stay aggressive, stay strong, and have fun.
Okay, I want to talk about digging deep. Your defense was off the charts tonight. Are you working on that, or is it just happening? Are you falling into the ball? Like, what's going on?
Yes, every morning me and Paolo work on defense.
Well, tell everyone how important it is to play in Atlanta, to play at home and play in front of your home crowd.
It's super important. This was so fun. I think that, we've played at every venue, and then there's just nothing like being home. So we're super excited and happy and proud to be from Atlanta. And my mom is here, and her birthday is Sunday. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to the team, the victory, and on player of the match.
Happy birthday to Mrs. Coutinho, and here are your standings. Atlanta stays in the top spot for Love. Madison in the last spot, but taking the top dog to a 5-set win. Houston, who won the Love Classic, right behind Atlanta. And again, this is next week's schedule. Salt Lake taking on Houston, who just won the first Classic. Atlanta taking on Omaha. That's going to be a good serve-receive matchup. And Omaha will take on Madison. A lot of good volleyball coming up. And from Atlanta, from our producer, Michael Shames, analyst, Salima Rockwell, Notre Dame's head coach, and me, I'm Shelby Coppin. Thank you so much for joining us from this 5-setter. Atlanta taking down Madison. Here in Atlanta at the Gateway Center Arena at College Park. Thank you so much for watching. There's plenty more Love Volleyball in the inaugural season coming up next week.